Alrighty, so my Web 2.0 tool is Live Worksheets, and what it is a interactive worksheet website that both students and teachers can access. So as you see right here, there is the student access tab, and over here is the teachers access. I'll get to all that stuff in a little bit. But right now we are on the home page, and it has a lot of information here about different worksheets that you can actually look at that a lot of people have either just now created or have most recently used. Now here is the About This Site tab, and on here it gives just a lot of information about the website, like how you can use it, and just a lot of different other stuff. And here it actually says that you can download each of the live worksheets, whether it's ones that you have created yourself or ones that teachers have created that you liked. Now, after this, it goes on to the Interactive Worksheets tab, and here is actually where the ones that not that you've created yourself, but ones that other teachers have already created that you can look up for. And there's all different languages here, and then all different categories of coursework. And what's really cool is if you click on one, which I'm going to click on Earth Science, it actually pulls up even more tabs of different subjects in that content area. So like the fungi one, it's a mushroom diagram, and you can click on it, and it actually pulls up like this, where you can type in your answers just like that, and you can do that all the way through. And at the bottom you hit finish, and it actually says check my answers or email to my teacher. So that's actually what the students would be doing. Now what's really cool about this is up here you can add to my workbook, or download, which that way you can print it, or even add to your Google Classroom. And actually over here it says the grade level, the age, all sorts of stuff over here about this specific interactive worksheet. Now what's really cool about this is that, again, like I said, both students and teachers can access this. So as a teacher, you would come here, click on this, and you would register, and through that you can create an interactive workbook. What the workbook does is allows you to, whatever worksheet that you create, you can add to your workbook, or if you like worksheets that other teachers have created, you can add those to your workbook. And what that does is you can have your class sign in student access, they can register, and then they can go into your workbook and do the worksheets just like this right here, and fill it out, hit that finish button. Now if it's through your own workbook, I don't think that this would be necessary, but if it's not through your workbooks, like say you have students that do worksheets that are not in your workbook, they're just random worksheets that you wanted them to do but you didn't add to your workbook, they would just fill it out and then email the answers to you. They just put your email in it and it sends it to you. Right here is the tab of how to make interactive worksheets. There's a tutorial. There's actually a video tutorial that sends you to a YouTube video, and then you can just go ahead and get started if you click on that. I'll go ahead and click on the regular tutorial, and it actually goes through it step by step for you right here, and it even has all these different extra options that you can add onto it or redo. Right here, redo. And then so from there you can make your worksheet, all that fun stuff, and then you can, for this, there's also a video tutorial of how to make your interactive workbook. Unfortunately, I cannot actually make an interactive workbook unless I am signed in as a teacher. But yeah, that's that. Now, some great examples of how this could be used in a classroom is, say that your school that you're working for is trying to be a little bit more tech savvy. You can actually, and like they be tech savvy and they give their students tablets or computers. All the students have them. Well, what you can do is, instead of having to print out hundreds and hundreds of copies of paper, you can create your own workbook on here, then have them register as a student, and have them go to your workbook and do the assignments there in the class on their tablets or computers or whatever. Another thing that you can do is, say you have a big whiteboard or whatever in your classroom. You can have this be pulled up on there, or smartboard. Yeah, if you have a smartboard in your class, you can have this pulled up on there, and one by one the students can come up and as a group each answer the questions, or worksheet, fill out the worksheet as a class. A great way to do that is for like a review for a test that you may have the next day in that class. Have them go over this kind of stuff as a class. You can even split them up into groups and have them kind of compete against each other to see which group wins, and the group that wins could get like 5 extra points on the test, something like that, Another great example is, say that you have a student that is having to stay home for a little bit because they're sick, but they do have access to a computer or to Wi-Fi at home. You can have them log in at home and go to the interactive workbook through that and just fill out the worksheets there, so they don't even actually have to be in the class to do this. So this could also be a great way to have the students do homework instead of having to send them with pieces of paper that they may lose or get crumbled up or tear, or their dog eats their homework, something like that. That can happen with this. They can just log in, go to your interactive workbook, and fill out the homework that you have posted in there. So that's that. And then the interactive worksheets, like I said, here they have all sorts of them. But if you are looking for a specific one, you can actually go up here to advanced search, type in the content, the language, which of course would be English for most. If not, some maybe Spanish or other language. They have a whole giant list of them here. You type in the subject, the grade level, age, and then right here you can select either all worksheets, only ones that you followed users, the users that you follow, the only ones that they have created, the worksheets that you have favorited, or just only your worksheet specifically. And then you just hit search and it'll take you to it. That is Live Worksheets. It has great examples and different worksheets that so many different teachers have used and created that I think would just be extremely helpful especially for newcomer teachers, like beginner teachers that may not exactly know how they want to teach a certain subject. They can just go on to here and search up their subject. Like, let's go with math. With math, there is all of these different categories of it that they have set up, and we're just going to go with addition and subtraction. Here, there's math worksheets. Here, adders, subtracting, using here. They even have like little fun games like a crossword puzzle here. They can make crossword puzzle. See, I never would have thought of making crossword puzzles, but other teachers have, and now I can actually use that as a resource for my classes, and I think that is great. But this is Live Worksheets, and this is my Web 2.0 tool.